going on, boys? What a weekend,
Hey, fellas.
Lots of sport.
Plenty on. It was huge.
I actually heard Danica Patrick use our line this week, and she said the cream really rises to the top. And it did this weekend.
Yeah, it did. It did. Some fluffed it, and some was
You boys had a busy weekend as well?
Yeah, pretty busy. We were lucky enough to have a stall up at the Benzina Stables in Preston. So shout out to our friends down there, Lukey Luke, for having us.
Yeah, it was great.
Thanks,
Lukey
Luke.
People.
Yeah,
It was really cool.
Launching some teas and some air fresheners. Got rid of quite a few. So
Yeah.
people coming up saying they love the pod. It was good to hear. Good to see.
Love it. Thanks for the support, guys, as always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well done,
great.
guys. It's awesome. Great support.
Italian motorcycle festival it was. You should have seen Daniel. He was drooling
in my
everywhere.
element.
Was he like Pinocchio, but the wrong end, was he?
Yeah. He was. He was dribbling over everything.
Oh,
He was
good.
turning acoustic for it all. It was amazing.
Yeah, plenty of nice bikes. A boy can dream.
You know what was a funny thing about that day? Full of Ducatis, full of Aprilias, race bikes, whatever. And then Luke's got two fucking carbon done-up R1s, Japanese bikes.
Yep.
Took all the attention.
Wow.
Even more than the Desmos Adichie.
Yeah, but these things are off their rocker.
Oh, yeah,
They're basically
amazing.
a super bike.
So like carbon frames and
It's
stuff,
got-
or carbon parts?
Man, he was reeling off what these bikes
It
are
had
on.
like Andrea Dovizioso's Repsol Honda brake pads or
Like
brake
brake
disc-
calipers.
brake calipers in it.
That's cool.
And it's,
How
well,
did you
Yeah,
even
front
get-
end.
How would he even get them?
Oh man, the dude bloody stunt rode for years, so
True.
he's got connections all around the world.
yeah.
But maybe that's something we have to talk to him about. Who knows?
Yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up soon. We haven't put that in the calendar yet.
Nah. See what happens.
But hopefully we can fit
it
in.
comes to fruition.
Hopefully, yeah, he can fit us in. So
Good man, Luke.
we've got a big night tonight, boys. We've got F1 in Vegas, which I thought personally was a complete success.
Yep.
Really impressed.
I
It
agree.
started
It didn't
disastrous.
start great.
Just started
The
disastrous.
worst start you probably could have got.
But I've never been sitting there watching the race on a Sunday Arvo, it was here in Australia, and just thinking I'd fucking love to be there. I don't know. It looked like a cool atmosphere.
It did. I was watching it and I was like, you know what? I would have loved to be
I get
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't get it at the start, and now like, man,
Makes sense.
makes sense. Imagine just being in the pool all day
Oh, yeah.
and partying, drinking, whatever, getting out of the pool, getting changed, fucking heading to the track.
Pool parties, Tom?
Oh, twerking competitions.
Meet me up to the hotel room. Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
How you doing? But man, it's such a sick event. You need some serious coin to go and to enjoy it. I think the obviously no general admission tickets.
Yeah.
It's all grandstand. They still got 315,000 people through the doors.
It's incredible.
Huge.
Obviously, Friday was an absolute debacle. We feel so sorry for those fans,
That
but
sucks.
they did such a good job.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was as I thought it was going to be a bit too. I don't know, too many celebrities, too much of that corny stuff, but I think they've nailed it. It was a good balance. Like I think Miami
Yeah.
went too far
Yep.
that way, and then this was just a celebration of one of the best cities in the world. You know,
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, that's right. Like
entertainment capital of the world. You know,
it was incredible. As you said, it was funny. The Friday or the Thursday, whenever it was, and the manhole cover went out, they had those massive delays, and free practice in Australia still ended up being at 10 p.m. Australian time. After all that, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake!
I was stoked because like I bloody had something on, so I got home from dinner and it was on. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
what's this?
yeah. But you left Diamond Creek. did you?
Yeah, dude, I was in Lygon Street on Friday night.
I was there on Friday night.
Of course you were.
Yeah, getting my hands kissed and shit.
Yeah.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Daniela.
I went to Lygon Street for a Japanese meal.
Tom.
Sacrilege. Did you go to Papagino? Shut out the
I saw Papagino's. It was pumping. Universal was pumping. It was a cool experience. But anyway, enough about me.
Yeah.
Let's get some results going because I'm not sure if we're sitting here right now saying how good the race weekend was because the race was so good, or it was obviously a combination of things. But man, that race was so enjoyable to watch.
It was, yeah. I think probably bang on the money with the combination of things. It probably exceeded everyone's expectations, to be honest.
Yeah, I've exceeded mine. I think, yeah, even Verstappen sounded like he was having fun after he won that race, after he was shit canning it the whole weekend.
Singing a bit of Elvis.
Yeah.
But it was And I was texting my old man during the race. It's just such an unknown. You don't know how the hard tyre was going to in warm up after the safety car. The soft tyre seemed like it was horrible. It was almost like a wet race.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they mentioned that on the commentary
They did.
as well.
Yeah, they did. They did. It was one of those races like I can't remember the last time without me passes for the lead. Perez passing Leclerc with 15, 20 laps to go, and then gets repassed.
They passed.
And I have a theory about that. I reckon Perez was actually trying to keep Leclerc in his DRS, and it obviously was to get Verstappen back, but did not work. And obviously they went with that. They went with a high downforce setup for the weekend. Perez, where the Verstappen went for the low downforce down the straight. So two different ways of doing it. Yeah,
100%. So just on that, results: Max first, Charles second, Sergio Perez third, Ocon fourth, Stroll fifth, Sainz sixth, Hamilton seventh, Russell eighth, Alonso ninth, and Piastri 10th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It was just even it all took off even just going into that first corner. It seemed like no one had rear grip, spinning, and then what was it? The first couple laps, Lando went in.
Lando had a huge shut. I think it was turn 13 or 14 after that tight chicane. But yeah, it was interesting at the start of the race. Verstappen just went for Hail Mary down the inside. Obviously ran Leclerc out of room. Got the 5-second penalty.
Warranted?
Well, definitely warranted. I think it wasn't actually harsh enough.
Yep.
Because he's just using the rules to his advantage. So he's running wide, knowing he's going to get a 5-second penalty. If he pops in behind Leclerc can get a lead.
That's right. It's a lot harder.
It's a lot harder. It's actually easier being in the front with 5 seconds. So that's interesting. And the commentators did mention that a couple of times. Is it too lenient? Because I think they're using to their advantage. Now people are cutting corners just to get through, then getting a 5-second lead, like Hamilton did in Monza. All those weekends ago with Piastri, remember they collided, he got the 5-second penalty, and then was just 5 seconds ahead anyway. So
it didn't matter.
So it's interesting. It's different with the MotoGP, how they got a long lap, and they can, sometimes you get a long lap, sometimes you get a double long lap.
Plus, it's easier to pass.
Yeah, plus it's easier to pass. Yeah, well, it's bloody hard. Not about that.
Not as a thing as well.
Yeah, it's getting harder, but. Yeah, and then it sort of went into tyre conservation. Conservation, though. Thanks, Jace.
Bit acoustic.
Sorry. So for the first probably 10, 15 laps, and then safety car, all hell went loose. So yeah, it was a really interesting race to watch, and I thought any of those top three could have won at any stage. And I can't believe Verstappen won in the end.
I know. After all that,
he looked like the least likely to win.
Yeah.
He had obviously his broken front wing, 5-second penalty, and still won, and he's a fucking champ.
Yeah, he's just dominating.
Yeah.
Again, a driver's drive, as we were kind of touched on last week, and just how he came back again from that broken wing, passing, hunting down Charles, making those clutch moves. I think he did one around the outside as well, and I think Hamilton might have done one as well. Great shot actually coming into the start-finish straight, seeing all the cars go around that bend and then almost like body him out. Yeah. It was an underrated shot anyway.
Yeah, and like that corner, I remember looking at the corner when the track first got released. I thought, it's going to be a bit of a nothing corner. That was cool. Like that flat left-hander going to the front straight. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. It was interesting. Perez, Verstappen on the same tyres at the end of the race, and Verstappen obviously had that broken front wing, still passing with ease, still pulled away, passed Leclerc, won the race. Like, it just shows how good he is.
It just shows the level he's at. Yeah. And I heard him on the commentary, I think it was post-race, they were talking, someone went up to Max and said, what are your plans between these two races? Yeah. Surely you're going to have a bit of a break. You've won the World Championship. And he's like, I'll be on the Sims. Yeah. I'll be doing a disservice to come to this track and not win this race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that just shows...
Yeah, that's all right. And he's like, if I don't do it, I'll be kicking myself.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the track, though. Do you guys like the track?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Yeah, it was simple. It had a cool couple of corners. That's all you need. Yeah.
I think I like how it was just super low grip. Yeah. It was super cold. It
makes for good racing.
It makes for good racing. It brings everyone a bit closer.
Yeah, I think definitely low grip tracks, definitely, because it, like it is when they're wet, it just equalises the whole competition.
Yeah, and you can really see who
the best drivers
who the better drivers are.
Because they were squirreling around everywhere. Everyone was just fighting for traction, getting heat in the tyres. I think it was George Russell or someone, he was going down after a restart, and it was going down the main straight, still just trying to warm his tyres up.
Which is really rare. Yeah. They're normally trying to cool everything down. They were trying to heat everything up. Yeah. So.
Good change up, really.
The other thing with the cold weather is it allows them to really stay in behind a lot longer because there's no overheating issues like there are on hot tracks.
Yeah, true.
Well, it's funny you say that because they were saying to Carlos that he had to either pass straight away because his car was going to overheat. Yeah. He was stuck was behind Danny Rick, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. That was a really good point. They actually did bring that up.
They blocked his ducts.
Yeah.
So
they did.
I didn't realise
too much
too much heat internally.
Yeah. Yes.
Too much chili.
So going back to Lando's crash, there was a theory swirling around that they just made the car too low to the ground. And there's a bump, we talked about this pre-pod. Yeah. There was a bump mid-corner that they were all feeling, and obviously they just, with heavy fuel loads, because you've got to remember they got 100 kilos of fuel in that car at that time. We'll play it for the viewers.
And DRS is enabled.
And really interesting, his radio commentary after the accident, it just lost. Bang.
Yeah, it's heavy. And you saw him go past on the live feed. You just saw like sparks go straight past and the bangers in the wall.
Yeah, I thought he lost a wheel because the tyre was next to him, but that was after the impact. But that's a solid concrete wall he hit. You know?
Yeah, that's a real heavy.
Lando, are you okay?
And we'll put the audio in on the pod, but yeah, he was so winded after it. I haven't heard that a driver be like that on the radio.
Are you okay?
I don't think ever. He was really good. Interesting shots of him in the hospital. He was full. Up in the full hospital gear. His leg was in braces. He had the bloody drip and everything.
Yeah, of course.
So it was quite not graphic, but to some people that didn't realise, they normally just walk away from these sort of things. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point. But he went in there with some serious speed.
Yeah, God, yeah.
That's a quick crash.
God, yeah. But yeah, it's interesting the results. To look at, I think Williams had obviously their best qualifying since Russia 2016. So you look at 7 years ago, they've never been both in the top 6. So Logan Sargent drifted and finished second last in the end, which is really disappointing. I don't remember him having actually any incidents in the race, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But they obviously had that one lap pace, but just not the race pace.
They just faded.
Yeah. Same with Gasly. Gasly was I think sitting 5th with 10 laps to go, and then just
I think his tyres went off the cliff.
Yeah.
And it was even Piastri, well done to him, even just collecting a point. He got him at a death. Yeah, great recovery.
Yeah, if they didn't have that rule where you had to use 2 compounds, he would have finished 4th.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Super disappointing for him.
And super lucky not to get taken out in that whole Norris bit.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Just missed him.
But fastest lap from Piastri, which was cool.
He put the hammer down fucking at the last 7 laps, whatever it was.
The kid can drive.
And those conditions as well.
Yeah, I really thought it was Charles' weekend this weekend, and it's his last 12 poles without a win. That's just an incredible stat. New record, obviously. Feel for the guy, so much talent, but yeah, he just... If it wasn't for those fucking Red Bulls.
Well, when he had that lead and then Verstappen had a broken front wing, I was like, this is his time. He's gonna do it. And I still kind of felt I really started rooting though for Max is when he said on the radio when he got that 5-second penalty and he said, that's fine, send them my regards.
So cool on the radio as well, so cool, calm and collected.
It's just so clutch. He goes out and then has a 5-second penalty with a broken front wing, says that, still wins.
I don't, from memory, there's just not a driver or rider I can remember with this much confidence. He seriously knows he's going to win every weekend.
The biggest thing I've noticed as well throughout this year and in previous years is he always sounds the most calm over that radio. There's some people that are fucking just, so hot-headed. And he's just always he's winning. He's obviously winning by so much.
He has his moments with his race engineer, but I think they have that relationship. So it's just, banter, I suppose, in the end.
But he's at a new track at a race he doesn't want to be at. He's just had
he made that clear.
Yeah, he made that very clear. Then he's had that 5-second penalty. He's had a broken front wing. He gets that.
Still goes out and wins by 2 seconds.
Yeah, his idea of a
good... And it should have been more. He was fucking trying to give DRS to...
Yeah, you're right. Good point. And back to Leclerc, he did get very unlucky with a safety car. Obviously, Verstappen and Perez did pit under the safety car where he didn't. So if you put on some fresh rubber...
Different
story. He probably would have... I don't know if he would have run the race, but it would have a better chance. So.
Almost written in the stars. Ferrari, Vegas.
Yeah, that livery.
Oh, man. How good is it?
Yeah. Sexy as.
a lot of nice liveries and helmets out. The Alfa Romeo looked sick.
Yeah,
the all black.
Yeah,
but I mean, going through the race, I can't believe that last lap, how Perez didn't just cover the inside. I don't know why he just didn't cover the inside.
Caught sleeping a little bit, didn't he?
It was the third last quarter of the race, and he just doesn't block.
Do you reckon he's related to Yumi Sasaki? Because I'm telling you, he loves bluffing it in the last lap lately, doesn't he?
Oh, it's 2 race weekends in a row, man. Like, just cover the inside anyway. You're not going to get past.
Yeah,
like,
and you're on a street circuit.
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe that. It was like he felt sorry for Leclerc and gave him the place. Seriously, it looked almost like he was giving it back to him. I just could not believe it. But I think everyone was happy in the end, so it wasn't a big deal. He secured second in the World Championship, which is what his goal was, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. So for him, it's a massive win anyway.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, crazy with Constructors' Championship. It's closed up so much in the back. Obviously, second, third, fourth, fifth. You got Ferrari and...
So what's the points like?
Ferrari and Mercedes are 4 points apart.
Yep.
And Aston and McLaren are 11 points apart.
Yeah, wow.
So it's super close going into the last round.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Especially with Ferrari and Mercedes, it's sort of... Mercedes gone a little bit backwards, I thought, the last couple of rounds. So.
Yeah, they're really struggling. I just don't think they know. I think they've just concentrated on next year's car now, and they've just given up to a certain extent.
Probably.
I mean, they don't need... we talk about prize money, but Mercedes don't need prize money. They've won 7 championships in a row.
Yeah, they got enough.
They got the money in the
like
bank.
Williams.
It's not like the Williams or the Alpha or... I thought Alpha's livery was a bit shit. All black.
I liked it.
I just think they could have done it be a bit more glitzy.
No, it
looked like a bloody Mercedes.
No, I liked it.
Okay, well...
I thought it was cool.
You are the Italian of the group, so I'll give it to you.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe it's just an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah,
It just looked too plain Jane for me, but...
Speaking of Mercedes and the whole Vegas Grand Prix, I had to commend Toto Wolff for defending it.
True. Yes, good point. Love it.
He was... Yeah, he I didn't say we'd come out on a limb, but he's like, this is basically what we've been saying and what you've been saying, Tom, is we're racing in Vegas. You know, like, stop. And it ended up being a successful weekend anyway. It was good to see people actually backing it.
It's just so frustrating with negativity these days. Like, I just don't get it. Like, this event is amazing. F1 has spent $500 million on it. They've employed all these people to create this track. Yes, I understand that there's been traffic problems and all that kind of stuff, but man, like, how cool is that? Like, and I think we touched on it last weekend. I mean, it's been in the go for 20 years, this thing, and they've finally done it, and it was a complete success.
It was a complete success,
and they got a 10-year contract. They're going to come back again next year,
and it'll be improved again next year.
Of course, yeah. And they won't have as much traffic issue because they've already created the track. They've done all the construction. All they're going to do is put the barriers up. So
that's right.
Build some infrastructure and that's it. But it was cool to see him say that and come out and actually defend it, because I didn't see many people do that.
That's probably the most intelligent he's ever sounded in the media.
First time in a long time.
Because it was right, because the reporters are just trying to get a headline.
They just bait them. Yeah.
Trying to get a headline. You go into every motorsport page shit canning it, but yeah, it's always going to be hard the first race of anywhere.
It's never going to be the ultimate thing in the first time you're there.
Yeah, and we touched on drain covers last week. It happened in Baku and it happens in Monaco. It's bound to happen. Like, you don't have an F1 car that can go around a circuit to test it. Yeah, the first test is practice one.
Exactly.
And it's a fucking street circuit, for Christ's sake.
It's a pinnacle of motorsport. You can't prepare for that. So, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Vegas. I think it was great. And as you said, pool parties during the day, go out.
Man,
the layout was sick.
And the
Sphere was cool.
The time's fucked as it's 12, but we're in Vegas. Like, it doesn't sleep. Like, it's not like a...
That's right, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, everyone's going to be up. It's going to be... I mean, yes, practice 2 was at 2:30 in the morning?
2:30 in the morning,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's crazy. But they reopened the track during the day. You got to remember that. So, yeah. It was funny, they were talking about sunrise, and sunrise was at 5 a.m. or something like that. They're like, it's going to be the first Grand Prix ever we might see a sunrise. Because they could have gone up right up to 5 a.m. because that's when they were going to open the track. So
that would have been pretty dope, though.
Oh, man. Remember that video we linked on our page a few weeks ago when it was sunset in Coda?
Yeah.
Leclerc going around?
Yeah, that's
I was frothing about that for days.
You know what? There'd be a few... What's the percentage of fans that didn't sleep over those 3 days in Vegas and, saw sunrise, saw sunset?
I'm sure that...
Obviously from some...
I'm sure the drug dealers had a good weekend as well.
Yeah. I reckon a good 10% of fans.
Probably a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Maybe.
So do we know... I mean, I have an idea, but do we know why they kicked the fans out at 1:30?
I'm not too sure.
Because I think it was for the workers, the staff.
They had to send the people home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you only can work a maximum of 10 hours or whatever it is, and they've been there probably all day. So it's a good point. There's always going to be health and safety regs around these things. I can't just leave fans in the grandstands to fend for themselves. So,
I don't know about that one, but
you got to have security guards. You got to have people checking tickets, all sorts of stuff, or it just becomes a
they'll sort that next year anyway. This is it's just one of those learning curves.
Yeah.
But that's a bucket list one now to go to. I'm a big fan.
Man, and you know what? It might. I mean, I think a lot more people are going to want to go next year, to be honest, because they've gone, fuck, this is cool. Like, if we're sitting here thinking how good's this, like, imagine the rest of the world.
I want to go to the Shui bar.
Yeah, the Shui bar.
Shui's. That's fucking sick.
You just got to go to that weekend, bring a credit card, and not fucking care. That's what you got to do.
We need to get the Republica card there, I think.
Because all those teas and air freshers you boys sold yesterday is fucking going to help. So. Thanks.
If you buy more, you'll get us there, guys.
Yeah.
You get some good content, and Tommy won't be sleeping for 3 days. I don't believe it.
There'll be some absolutely.
I'll send a few you up messages at like 5 a.m. Hey, you up? Smiley face.
XX.
Premium for the week, boys.
We'll get some roadies.
What's the kittens in Vegas? Types in the Google.
Oh man, I want to go so bad. Far out. Fuck. Oh, it'd be so fun. And it was just so cool going down the strip and going. I love like. I've been there, we've been to that down. We've been to that hotel. We've seen that the gondolas around the Venetian. Like, I love that, and that's another track where there's not many places in the world that I've been that I can say that it's been on a racetrack.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like, you got Albert Park, obviously, but Phillip Island, but that's about it.
You know what I didn't realise? They raced in Vegas in like 81, 82.
Yeah, around Caesars Palace car park.
Yeah, I had no idea.
So Caesars Palace actually funded that Grand Prix.
Yeah, it was a Caesars Palace Grand Prix or something.
Yeah, it wasn't called the Las Vegas Grand Prix, so quite interesting.
Nah, it was good. Are they going to change it next year so for a different time? Like, so it's warmer? Or are they just going to battle the cold again?
Well, the reason why they did it that time of year is because Vegas is quieter. They wanted to bring people to fill their hotels up and spend money. It's the quietest period of the year. It's because it's a week before Thanksgiving, so no one comes to Vegas usually on that weekend.
Yeah.
So that's the whole reason behind why I think Vegas
commercially,
because you don't want to do it in the middle of summer because it's already packed with
already
people.
Packed out. Yeah.
It was funny watching the pre-race show and the two most popular events in Vegas. So the biggest two events is the rodeo. It brings the most amount of people to Vegas of the whole year.
Really?
The population. And the second one is when Amazon have their staff party every year. The biggest population in Vegas is those two events.
Yeah,
that brings the two most events. So
more than the fights and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The rodeo apparently is massive there.
Yeah,
and I think it also is the same weekend as where a lot of people like to travel in the middle of summer. So it brings a lot of people on those weekends. Yeah. So they want these other events to...
keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Yeah.
Smart.
So that's why it's on that time of year. I didn't realise that either until I watched the pre-race show.
Well, I wonder if it's going to change though, because there was so much complaining. But I hope they don't change it.
But
I hope it's cold again, to be honest.
Same.
And they know the conditions now.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it was still warm during the day, wasn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Not too sure.
Like, I don't think it was.
It's going into their winter, so it's probably only like maybe.
It'd be mild.
19
20 degrees,
yeah.
15 to 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Which is not crazy. It's like half of Melbourne summer as it is.
Yeah,
but we went in the middle of summer. And the thing is with Vegas, we didn't really get hot because when you walk out the strip, you just go back up to a hotel. Then it all like links together.
Yeah, but if you're out there for a bit, you're fucking.
Oh yeah. You couldn't sit there in the grandstand and watch it if you were watching during the day. You'd be cooking.
You would need shade.
Yeah.
That's why we paid for the was it
the new gazebo?
The gazebo thing.
Yeah. I know we went to the pool party. Yeah. I thought I was really smart. It was like 47 degrees. I thought, I'll go sunbake. And I was like, sitting there. I could hear my skin actually sizzling. And James was like, just come to the pool party, man. I was like, I'll come. And then, we had a twerking competition.
Yeah. Did you win?
No, I was the judge.
Should have seen the beads of sweat coming off him.
Bottle of Belvedere in one hand and a video camera in the other.
I was going to say a biddy.
That's on our Patreon, that video, if anyone's asking.
It's just Tom's heavy breathing.
So yeah, that's Vegas F1, boys.
That was Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, no, that was good. I liked the Elvis suits as well. Perez looked like a Ferrari driver.
He did.
Yeah, that was a bit odd.
It was cool. I liked it though. It was good. Anything to add there, Brishy?
No, I thought it was a great weekend. Sick, picturesque, seeing all the buildings around.
It was surreal.
It was.
That's the word that I keep using. Like, we just had to stop and go, oh my God, they're fucking on the strip at Vegas. Like, that's amazing. And people can flick it. People who don't even watch F1 were watching it as well because they just thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
I got a link today from one of my mates, and they had an event in the city where I think it was at the Loom.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they invited, I think, a lot of influencers and stuff. But they went in there and they had the race on every screen possible, and it looked amazing. Like, so hopefully next year there might be some more things like that.
Our invite get lost in the mail, or?
Well, true. I know we should have been number one on the list.
That's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, half the people there wouldn't even know what's going on anyway.
True.
Going to boycott the Loom.
It was good seeing. I did love Martin Brundle's
the pit walk.
And Bruce Buffer's introduction of the driver was probably the most cringe thing ever. Perez looked like a lost puppy.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do.
It was very, very funny.
Yeah, it was. I saw a TikTok today. It was like introvert's nightmare.
Yeah.
And Lance Stroll was walking out like. And Perez was stopping for an interview, and he didn't realize Bruce Buffer was announcing his name.
Sergio Checo Perez.
It's like this.
He should have started shadow boxing or something.
Yeah, God.
Oh man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the pit walk. It was chaotic. Shaq, who's just fucking huge, man. Like
he's a mountain. Mountain.
Lewis Hamilton, baby.
Yeah,
that's all he
keeps
said.
walking off.
But that was cool, and I thought Brundle does a fucking awesome job. That'd be so hard and it's so annoying, like having to like weave in and out of everyone.
Photo bombing people. Sean White. He took a couple minutes just to get Shaq.
I'm telling you. That split-minute interview that they do, that can be the make or break for that person as well. Man. Sean White's now a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? There was millions of people watching that. Cool dude. Shaq is still going to be cool. Doesn't matter what he does. And then he goes up to a random person, goes, "Oh, what?" And then he goes,
snubbed.
Got snubbed by a random person.
He's like, "Nah, mate."
Like, that's just crazy. That's Americans for you, though.
America.
Who was that guy? I think it was in Barcelona. He was like, "Oh, Martin, I love you." He was like a singer.
Oh,
or
Sam
actor.
Ryder.
Was it that guy?
British singer.
Yeah, and also
the older guy.
Yeah, no, that was
and he knew everything. Remember?
He did. Oh fuck, he's so famous. He's the Italian one, not Robert De Niro. He's going out with he's going out with Caitlin Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, he was really.
Is Michael Douglas Italian?
I don't know. Listed. They all are. Douglas.
Ciao, Michael.
But that was awesome, and I used that as an example when I was talking to someone on the weekend because they walked up to him. Brundle, you're amazing. What you do. We've been to this place. We watch every weekend. Like they're real fans. They're the people who should be on the grid.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber waving the fucking flag.
Yeah, that was
fucking bullshit.
But you know what?
No one even likes Justin Bieber. No. Nobody likes him. A 17-year-old chick's liked him. No one likes him.
Fire up, Tommy.
Yeah, fucking hell. But
sorry, Curtis.
You know what?
This Curtis like Bieber.
Loves him.
Paid $1 a while, I reckon.
But you know what? It was they hardly spoke about it anyway. It was a good balance between the celebs and the fucking
awesome balance. And I said that before. Yeah. The whole weekend was a good balance. Yeah. It wasn't all about the glitz and the glam.
I couldn't give a fuck about the celebrities.
No, I like it was cool seeing like celebrities walk in, but I don't need them to talk to them. Like it was cool to see Paris Hilton and like those wacky celebrities that you'll never see again.
Correct.
And I don't need to hear from them about how they know fuck all about F1.
Yeah, that's all right.
So I think it was a good mixture. Like Miami was too much like let's throw a party and
That's
let's have a
get
fake
around
fucking
down.
pool and
Yeah.
like that bullshit. Like that's all fake. No one likes that.
Vegas shits on
They
Miami.
fucking parked. Remember they parked like 8 boats in the
Yeah.
corner, and like
Yeah.
there's not even near the water.
Yeah.
Like don't fucking piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll do it anyway, but
Yeah. Still go for it.
yeah.
But you're 100% right.
Sweating.
Yeah, Bieber really fired you up. Must be something.
Just not
there's
him.
something more to it,
Put
Daniel.
Shaq. Put Shaq. Shaq wouldn't have been able to fit in the thing waving the flag.
He wouldn't have had to. He could have just stood there like he would have been the same height.
Yeah,
anyway.
it would have been like this, like a little pin like this.
But you're 100% right. Like even on their socials, through their Instagram and TikTok F1s, there wasn't much on the celebrities where normally there is when they're
Well,
around.
they toned it back.
Yeah, they put one sort of photo, like like it was cool to see David Beckham there and stuff.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Zlatan was there with Ferrari.
Oh yeah, he got it. He got it.
And he's a hard dude to get a word out of, and I think he was probably better than I thought when they interviewed him.
Yeah,
so.
same.
Because I was expecting a bit of I don't want to talk to you. So apparently all the celebs get a bit of a debrief before they're about to get on. Go, you got to talk to this guy.
Man, how fucking cool would it be if we were on that fucking when we got interviewed? I'd be like trying to get straight in.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd be like
scared.
trying to stop him.
Yeah.
I'd be like walking around following him and going like, "Oh, hey, Martin, how you going?"
I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
You just keep making eye contact. That's the. that's
the
how.
trick.
That's what we
That's
did.
the key.
That's what we did Friday at the back of the pits.
Yeah,
MotoGP.
was it?
We killed it.
Yeah, it wasn't near Bastianini.
One photo.
One photo. He loved it.
So how's the weather, mate?
It's the best one. We got nothing to say. Oh my god! The sun's trying to peek through. That's when I was still at work.
When someone starts talking about the weather, I automatically think, oh, he doesn't want to talk to me. He does.
No, I think like they're trying to make conversation.
Nah, because if I start talking about the weather, I'm just trying to get the fuck out.
Goodness.
No, I'm not having a good time.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Nothing new.
Yeah, there you go. MotoGP?
Boys, what a weekend.
Unreal weekend.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy.
Start from the bottom and work through.
Well,
let's go GP.
GP first. GP sprint race, because the sprint race was they might as well race on 2 different tracks. It was so different result. So to a certain extent.
Somewhat.
It feels like forever ago, the sprint race.
It does.
For
It
some
always
reason.
does, yeah.
Yeah, it sort of gets forgotten about sometimes, doesn't it? Like in a sense.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting that, like, we do our tips, for instance, yeah? We do our tips.
It's just main race.
It's just main race.
Because that's what really counts.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
Like, what is the sprint race for?
For Jorge Martin to keep himself alive in the championship.
I kind of reckon it should be
engagement.
I kind of reckon it should be a race for the grid for Sunday, and make it more interesting.
Yeah, make it sort of like supers.
Yeah,
like a super pole race.
I'm such on the fence about that though, because if you crash, your weekend's over. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
of course. You're starting from the
back.
back.
That'll make shit racing.
Or do it like F1, have 2 different qualifying sessions.
Yeah, but that's fucking annoying as well.
Ridiculous.
I reckon MotoGP it's not too bad at the moment.
It's in a good spot.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Results: Martin first, De Gea second, Marini third, Alex Marquez fourth, Pecco fifth, Maverick sixth, Brad Binder seventh, Quartararo 8th, Augusto Fernandez 9th, and Johan Zarco 10th.
Boom.
The sprint.
Martin keeping himself alive. I really thought, okay, this is going to be his weekend.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was it.
Yeah.
After seeing the result, I thought, yeah, that's it.
I was thinking, like, it's amazing MotoGP how it can go like this, because I'm thinking he's world champ, done.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Like, and then we'll get on to the main race, which is just a totally different result.
Oh, man.
Insane. So, main race results are De Gea first.
Boom.
Pecco second. Marini third. Mighty Mav fourth. Brad Binder fifth. Alex Marquez sixth. Quartararo seventh. Bastianini 8th. Miller 9th. Martin 10th.
Fucking Martin, man. So, let's
start from the start.
As soon as that red light went off, whatever it is, and he spun up his rear tyre, I knew that was it.
That's game over.
Are the tyres that delicate?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm surprised no one spoke about it during the race.
Yeah. He did that all weekend through all of his practice starts. Anyway.
He did.
So, I think that sort of went a little bit unnoticed.
I was sitting there. I watched it this morning. I was sitting there thinking he was 1.8 seconds behind. I don't don't know who it was. Maybe it was just the pack. You know, was fifth, sitting in fifth. I'm thinking, oh no, he's racing a good race here. He's protecting his tyres. I'm thinking,
I thought that for like a lap and a half.
This is a new Martin, and then I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on? Why is Marquez? I think he passed Marquez, and then Marquez, and then I think Vinales was coming up, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And then it just went. After that, Vinales got him, and then it just started dropping back like a fly. And definitely was a rear tyre. We know that because you looked at the rear tyre at the end of the race.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah. And yeah, I was sitting there thinking, fuck, I was so disappointed. I'm
more disappointed because I just want the title fight to be closer in Valencia.
Yeah.
It's just shit, but
I seriously think that Martin deserves it.
I don't know. Did you see how
you sort of going back off what you said, but on the consistency thing though.
I know, and I understand that if there wasn't for sprint races, Bagnaia would have won the championship. Yeah, I don't know, Daniel.
You're just saying that because you like Martin.
I would have loved to see Martin win it as well. I think he's the fastest dude on the grid by a mile.
I think it throws up a different result for the championship, and then it makes it all crazy. Yeah. You know, it just throws everything up, and then it's more exciting.
It's good for the spectacle. He was getting so animated, like trying to find traction. He was shaking his head, smashing his helmet on the tank. Oh man, for sure.
It was eating him.
Yeah, it sucks. But credit to Pecco, he was there. He got seconds. He's got one hand and 4 fingers on that trophy, I reckon.
Yeah, it'd be disappointing if he wins it in the sprint, but we'll see what happens.
One good thing, I think Pecco deserves it. He's just been the most consistent on Sunday.
Yeah,
realistically, he's just the racer's racer, you know. And it's great. One little thing is he would be the first person since I think as you guys approach doing to win a title for number 1 and take it over. Take the boogeyman thing off rolling with the number 1 because Hayden couldn't do it. Stoner tried twice. Lorenzo couldn't do it. So that's cool. It's a cool thing.
It is. It's a bit of a hoodoo, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They're all scared of running it, which I like. So yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying. He was talking about the rear tyre, and he's like, it's just a shame. He's like, I was faster, but the rear tyre, I don't know. He said it was just not right, but I don't know.
But we also heard Pecco as well. Like he said, what I did today, talking about the Sunday race, he should have done on the Saturday. He encountered some tyre problems, and the same can be said last weekend through the sprint.
It's just racing
and main race as well. So if they're not the first people, they're not the last people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Martin came out and said that's a tyre had to ruin the state of the championship.
Decided by a bad tyre.
Come on, man.
Heat of the moment, though.
Yeah, heat of the moment, but
it's a bit of a Marquez call, that one, but
that's a bit of Jake Dixon about it.
Yeah, that's a Jake Dixon call.
But yeah, I mean, they do say that sometimes there are some bad tyres in the bunch.
100%. They are. I think it depends on. That's from what they say, where they get it in the stack.
Yeah.
Because if it's closer to the top of the stack, then it gets hit by the sun quicker, and who knows?
Oh God, well, yeah.
But this only happens at the end of the year when it's the title's on the line. So it doesn't get mentioned in the first few races.
Yeah. As soon as those lights went out, I was like, nah.
Yeah, it was game over.
Yeah. So what do you like? It was really interesting seeing the GP22 bikes. Looks probably arguably stronger throughout the race.
I think they were.
I mean, Bagnaia got to the lead straight up in the main race, and then no one touched him until obviously a few laps to go. But it seemed like those GP22 bikes were a step above.
Well, they were definitely better under braking.
Yeah.
So in the post race cool down, the boys were talking about it, and even Pecco said the 22 was much better under braking. Obviously, riding it last year and seeing the guys in front on it throughout the other racing. Through the weekend, so that was an interesting takeaway when they were talking about that. So
yeah, it was interesting, and Marini getting stuck in that pack for probably just too long. I felt like he wasn't aggressive enough throughout the race.
Yeah, it's probably
maybe cost him a race win. I think
probably did, to be honest. That's a good point. I think that's probably his biggest letdown as a racer is that see you next Thursday. Like he doesn't have that.
Joel Kelso disease.
Yeah,
a great rider, great talent.
100%.
But in those pack events, you need to be like a Marquez or a Martin or
Martin was aggressive as fuck on Saturday.
Or even Quartararo to a certain extent on Sunday. Like he had as you said, a great couple of moves. Like his move on Martin. I know Martin was going back, but it was just so beautiful to watch, wasn't it?
Man.
He just tucked it in, chucked it up the inside, clean as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
and it sucks because he would do that on the regular when he was fighting for the wins.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks that we don't get to see it as often, but I think you're 100% spot on about Marini. He's just got to get a little bit more about him.
He's only 4 seconds off the win in the end.
He was not far. He did get beaten up a little bit by Alex Marquez, Binder
as well,
I think Vinales.
I think Vinales got close to him as well.
Yeah, chased him down. That was close.
Wasn't far off on that one.
And Digia.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just everything's just gone right for him since Phillip Island.
So, awesome to see. I love it. VR46, what's going on? So, it's 99.99% done that Marini's going to go to Repsol Honda.
Well, yeah, they came out and said they're looking at the Moto2 talent pool during the live feed, so I think that tells you that Marini's done.
Yeah.
So, boys, talk to me about why Digia's not going to be a fit for VR46. Is it sponsorship?
No, because he's no longer with Red Bull, so there's no...
But wouldn't that be a perfect fit? I just don't understand.
I know he's not in the academy.
But Aldeguer's not in the academy, and he's and Arbolino, he's not in the academy, so if one of them come up... No.
Are you sure?
So I think there was a thing about the academy, and listener, correct me if I'm wrong, or viewer. If someone was Red Bull sponsored, they wouldn't go to the academy because the academy was backed by Monster, because that was like Rossi's sponsor, and they sort of did that whole thing. So that's why like Bastianini, De Gea, who'd you just say? Sorry,
not De Gea.
And Arbolino.
Sorry, yeah.
Because they're all Red Bull backed. That's why they're not in the academy.
Oh, Bastianini's Red Bull backed.
He was.
Yeah.
I swear I thought Arbolino was fucking
part of it.
VR46 can't. He's not.
No.
I'll take that.
Geez, now I've lost my bloody train.
No. You were saying. I
was getting
excited at this.
Yeah. So, I think. So they've come out and said, we want a Moto2 rider for whatever reason it was. I think that's stupid because if you're going on stats, De Gea's done more than Marini.
Yeah.
As if you wouldn't take him. Marini hasn't won a race.
Yeah.
And he's had, 2 podiums, 2 second-place finishes in his career.
And he's shown some X Factor today. Oh, yesterday.
And that's the thing. Yeah. De Gea's finally got the bike set up how he wants it to be set up. They've, since just before Phillip Island or whatever it was, they gave him the bike he wanted and the setup he wanted, and he's shown that.
Wasn't there something about a thumb rear brake or something that he changed on the bike?
He changed a couple little silly things like that.
Apparently ever since he did that, it just worked for him.
That's right. So they allowed him to do what he wants on the bike. And it has worked. So I think they're very silly for saying that he doesn't fit the bill.
That's so rough, man. That's so rough.
I'm telling you,
not getting the seat.
I just don't get it. Like, why would you pick a Spanish rider when you've got a development Italian team?
That's right.
It just does not make sense to me at all.
It doesn't.
Well, they got Vietti in the academy, but he signed to KDM to go up with KDM in 25.
Yeah.
So Vietti's their next
gotcha.
Sort of project, if you will. If that makes sense.
G'day guys, thanks for tuning in. Just want to say a massive shout out to our friends of the podcast and sponsor, the Colour Cartel. Check out the link below. They do all custom workwear, apparel. They look after all our shirts. Jump on their website, Facebook, Insta, give them some support.
Boys, I know we're fucking chucking shit at the wall and hoping it's 6, but anyone else in the Moto2 field that you think could possibly go into that seat?
Not really.
Arbolino seems
it
seems like an obvious choice.
And I'm not saying it because it's pod favourite, but Manu Gonzalez rides for VR46 Master Camp. It's the only one that kind of...
Yeah.
Purely on the ties of VR46.
I think he would love another year in the Moto2
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think Arbolino... I don't know. I still
wouldn't even trust Fermin Aldeguer because Alonso Lopez did this last year. He did this exact thing on the same bike.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
And then he's been consistent, Alonso Lopez, but he hasn't been a Pedro Acosta. So I don't get it. Like if I was VR46, I'll just put Digia in, even if you put him in for a year.
Yeah,
because he's going to take a year.
Yeah,
he knows the bike.
He knows the bike.
It's There must be more. There must be.
That's
more
what I'm thinking.
it.
There has to be more to it. Has he pissed off someone in the BR46?
Maybe he's probably from a different part of Italy and they don't get along, and who knows?
Different coffee beans, stuff like that.
50 different countries in that country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the cheese they make's better and they can't be, put down. Who knows?
I don't know. There's something there. Like the head of VR, Lucio, has come out and said we're not 100% discounting his coming, but pretty much, they're pretty much saying we're not interested in him.
It doesn't make
any
sense.
Makes no sense.
It's
at
just
all.
crazy.
So
like,
there's a lie. There's a lie. There's a big fat lie there.
Well, there's something that's happened in the past. We're calling it here first on the pod that something's happened in the past that they don't like him for some reason.
Yeah, that or they're trying to really keep it under wraps. Or Marini's staying and he's going to Repsol.
No, that's done.
But I think it's done. And I think there was a photo that Aldeguer and his manager were talking to VR46 in the back of the pits too.
It just makes no...
It makes no sense. I don't think it makes
I don't mind
sense.
the move from Marini going to Repsol.
Look, I think it's his best and only shot at getting the factory right.
He's just got too many... Like, he might as well go and try something different. Like, is he really going to go and beat Bagnaia, Martin on the same bike? Probably not.
Probably not.
No,
so
absolutely not.
He's got to go try something different. And
if it works out for him and he helps develop this bike alongside Zarco, for example, then the guy gets looked at as a hero.
Yeah, and it'll be actually a good team to be in because you won't have Marquez there.
That's right.
They'll what's the word?
There's no pressure from your teammate.
Yeah, basically, and they'll develop the bike evenly, not just all go to Marquez.
And like you look at Repsol team as a whole, having Mir there, having Marini there, it looks like a better team, and they've got something to work with.
Yeah, like if you start putting two young guys.
Yeah, if you start putting Lecker owner in there and stuff, it's like Paul Espargaro. Like, is it real? There's nothing there, if that makes sense. Like these two young enough guys can work with the team, develop the bike, and then get some success, hopefully. Because imagine with Repsol up there again, like that'd be cool as.
Yeah, you need it.
Repsol without Marquez, dream,
Yeah, he'll be winning on the Grassini bus, so don't worry about
it. The Red Bull Grassini.
The Red Bull Grassini.
Sponsors going across.
I don't see, if Aldeguer goes to VR46, I don't see him even getting top 10 in the championship next year. I don't see him getting top 12.
Just doesn't fit. I mean, I love the fact that he's always had Italian riders in there.
Yeah, it makes no sense to change that at all. But it is baffling, especially after his recent performances that De Gea's potentially out of a job.
I know, it's so rough.
But you've got to remember, boys, fucking 6 weeks ago, De Gea's done nothing.
Same with Aldeguer.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly.
True. Like, it changes so quickly that some young kid 6 weeks ago has done nothing, won a few races in Moto2, and then might get a MotoGP slot. Like,
the only exception to that rule is Fabio Quartararo.
Yeah, you're right.
On a Boscoscuro. I think it might have been a Boscoscuro as well.
Because you called that back then, I remember you saying, this guy, like, he's got X Factor, but he hasn't won enough races.
Yeah,
he hasn't done enough in Moto2.
Yeah, so he won... and it was earlier on in the season through, like, Mugello, Catalunya, maybe early start of Europe.
Yeah.
Mid-Europe, where cream rises to the top.
Yeah, and they start the teams start chatting over espresso. Yeah. 15 a day, mate.
15.
For the heart attack.
And that's...
It's cut it down to 13.
Yeah. On a good day.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought.
Sorry. No, Quartararo back in that season he won 3 weekends in a row, I think, at the perfect time of the year.
Yeah, just about. He won and podiums. And he was the only exception to the rule and actually did something to it. But he was different because he was coming in as the next fucking big thing, the next alien, the next Rossi.
Yeah.
Never really lived up to it until he then won those races in Moto2, then MotoGP. It was amazing.
That's right.
And the other thing, we don't understand all the stuff that goes behind the scenes. Little injuries, bike issues. We don't get this. The back of the pits, them all talking to each other.
Sure.
And they, Aldeguer might have a relationship with the guys from VR46. We don't know.
Yeah, he might go and train there.
Yeah, he could have a relationship. They could be mates. Like, they get to know each other. Yeah, that's where all the rumors start. So
yeah, because I know that
might speak Italian.
Yeah, probably. Not hard.
But has he taken a step back from that team? Does it sound like? And it's getting now...
I don't think he's just got his name on it.
Yeah.
I don't think he has much to do with it at all. I mean, he's racing cars, so
I think he still signs off on everything.
He's still the owner of the team.
Yeah. I think Iucho still reports to him.
Probably.
But I just don't think he'd be running the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
No,
it sounds like Lucio is.
Yeah.
Back to the race, boys. Couple of points. What did we think of mapping 8? They came out post race and said it was
5 laps to go.
5 laps to go.
No dramas.
I'd call bullshit on that straight away.
100%.
And he did a great job at fucking hiding that, didn't he? The team, team prince. What's his name?
Carcetti.
Yeah.
That was funny. I was like, dude, just the jig's up.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what everyone was talking about. Like he was just like, no one even talked about it yet. It was just like so raw at that moment.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't like it was being in the papers for 5 days, bro. Like, settle down. So he was already on the defense before everyone was on the offense. Like, it's hilarious as. So yeah, I mean, goes back to Lorenzo and Dovi back in the day. So
Lorenzo would have been loving it, seeing that.
Yeah,
100%.
Bad MotoGP means Leonardo DiCaprio.
But man, it was a fucking cheer at 7 o'clock this morning when I saw Digia move up the inside.
Yeah,
I thought it was fucking good on him.
Yeah, fucking.
If he stuck behind him and let that race, and I would have been so fucking disappointed.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it would have been shit.
Because it was just, like, it was like almost last year's championship when it was just Ducatis, just,
barriers.
As Daniel said, he has nothing to lose. He was just going to take the win.
He's out of a seat.
He's out of a seat.
The win. Why not?
Yeah,
I would.
He would have got actually more respect for taking the win, even from some of the guys in Ducati than staying behind, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
100%.
It was your Tardocci's and all those would have been happy, but that was about it.
And Pecco Bagnaia got caught in this slipstream. But this comes back to our conversation as well, is I fucking hate the tarmac runoff. It would have been so much better, and it would have made that first corner even more impressive if it was gravel trap.
True.
And that was the first thing I thought of when he ran off, and I was like, it's not even like... All it did was just almost save his race.
Save his race.
Because he wasn't fighting with him anyway.
Yeah, it was like... Because it was like Bez at Silverstone on the back straight when he ran wide into the sand trap on like third last corner. Was that Bez? I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember.
That's when we got stuck in the slipstream, went straight ahead into the sand trap.
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about now. Yep.
A similar situation. It's almost a similar corner as well.
Yeah,
a quick right-hander. So, yeah. Who knows? It changes their mindset when it's a gravel trap.
Yeah, that's all right.
And it actually causes more passing because you can be later on the brakes, be a bit more daring because you know there's the bigger consequence.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling you, they'll break a few meters before if there was a gravel trap there. Every lap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're not going to set it up there a bit harder.
That's all right.
Absolutely not. It was good, man. It was good to see him win.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Thoroughly deserved.
Yeah.
Really disappointing from Alicia Spargo.
I was just about to bring that up.
Like, just super unprofessional. Not a good look for the kids.
Well, we've been talking about... We spoke about this, I think, last week. About hotheads.
Yeah.
He's just too much, man.
And he crashed in the sprint race. Did he get run up the arse, or he run up the arse of Oliveira? Was that... I didn't see a replay of that.
I didn't see it either.
I think he might have got tangled up.
I thought it was a bit of karma when he broke a bone in his left arm or whatever it was after slapping. But man, okay, put this in perspective. I reckon if Bagnaia did that or Marquez did that, fucking front page news.
Oh, any day of the week.
Yeah, he slaps them fucking and hard, like that's...
And he said, okay, so I've got a few quotes here. So this is from Morbidelli and then from Alicia Spargo. So Morbidelli says, we all think he is a problem. You've seen him overreacting many, many times in his career. He has more episodes to be ashamed of than to be proud of. I have nothing to say to him. He usually has a disappointment, exaggerated and violent reactions. Then this is Alicia Spargo's apology on Instagram. Now, it's a little bit long and it's broken English, so you'll get the gist of it. In yesterday's... And remember, this is an apology. In yesterday's fall, I cracked my whatever he cracked. Today I tried to put the pain, but made it impossible for me to give it, so I had to quit. Obviously, I'm still embarrassed by my behaviour yesterday, so I acknowledge my guilt and accept the punishment. Despite losing reason reacting like this, I think it's unfair that I was judged for only 5 seconds and he was walking on the track, blocked me 3 curves that I almost fell, and after... or did not let me on the track. So it's broken English.
Yeah.
Already the week passed. I call Mark like a dog. Every GP hinders one or the other at the end of the tension. It's hard to manage reactions. But worst of all, in his statements, he put my family in the middle. To me, he deserves zero respect. Once again, I apologize and accept the consequences, but I want to give my point of view and put everything into context because it's not fair that I'm the only one to blame. Good night.
He hit him!
Doesn't make any sense.
We'll put some subtitles down for that one as
well.
That wasn't broken English. James just struggled to read.
I read at a second grade level, right?
But and he's had a couple of even the incidents in Malaysia last week as well.
With his own crew.
Yeah, slapping the thing. He's getting worse.
I think he's done his dash. Move him on.
But that's going to be the next chatter.
I'm not the only one to blame, but he was the one that fucking hit Morbidelli.
Yeah, that was not a good look, man. I mean,
it's not pretty bad.
Mistakes happen.
It's not a good look.
You don't do that.
I'm telling you, if it was another rider, it would be fucking we just said.
Yeah.
If it was Marquez, man, he would have raced penalty or something. I reckon Marquez. Oh no, Spanish.
They would have given him pole.
It's fucked.
A plus 5 second penalty.
Yeah. Automatic win. Fight off for the rest of the position.
Oh shit.
That's funny. But yeah, they need. You know what? They need to move him on. He's done fuck all this year, and he's going to do fuck all next year. And they're on too good of a bike. Him and Mav. I would rather keep Maverick than Aleix, and Maverick still shows glimmers of hope. But I think he's past his prime now. Anyway,
yeah,
he's getting older. They need to put maybe an experienced rider on, and then maybe a young gun on.
Do they have any affiliation with any Moto2 teams? There's no Aprilia Moto2 team.
No, they used to be Grassini, but now they're just Aprilia. So
yeah, okay.
Fucking Fabio Quartararo needs to be on that bike.
Quartararo on a young gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a Lopez or something.
Yeah.
Or an Aldeguer, whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. That's the play because...
Or a Juan Masia.
He's fucking nowhere, man. He's fucking nowhere.
Boot him straight into the GP, you reckon?
Yeah, do a Miller.
We better touch on Moto2.
Moto2. So we'll go through the results of Moto2.
Our boy Manuel Gonzalez.
What a G. What an absolute G. Fermin Aldeguer first. Pod favourite Manuel Gonzalez second.
Hey.
Aaron Canet third. Iger fourth.
Standard.
Jake Dixon fifth.
Standard.
Vietti sixth.
Standard for Dixie's always fifth. Fifth or crashes.
Fifth or crash.
Yeah.
Sumket Chantra seventh. Acosta eighth. Alonso Lopez ninth. And Tony Arbolino 10th.
I'm going to challenge you on this, Daniel. I reckon that is the same top 10 in a different order than last week.
Probably.
It's seriously...
No, it's not because Gonzalez got punted off by Aldeguer last week.
True. But the last 3 weeks, those 10 just seem to be that level above the rest. Maybe Joe Roberts. Sam Lowe's is done.
Yes, it's his last race next week. Actually, he is done.
Swap out Marcus Ramirez with...
Manu Gonzalez.
That's probably the top 10.
It's crazy. It's so similar. Where I think MotoGP is similar to a certain extent, but there's probably the top 15 guys that are in the top 15 most weeks.
Yeah.
You got the Hondas are always,
floating
Taka.
Around.
Yeah.
Taka. It was a good race, the Moto2 race, but...
I thought you fell asleep, bro.
No, I did at the end when I was crossing the line.
Okay.
At work as well.
On my lunch break.
I'd work at the Motorsport Republica shop.
Yeah.
Aldeguer blitzed through the field, took the W, faster than everyone else.
Easy.
Much faster.
Just putting in quick laps for fun.
Why? What's happened?
Taking the mickey.
What's happened?
I don't know, man. It's the same thing again with Alonso Lopez last year. I don't know if, he's got a new girlfriend, he's getting some cheens or something like that, but something's...
Cappuccinos?
Yeah, some cappuccinos.
Fuck, it does do it to you. It normally slows you down, though. Not fucking speeds you up. Bloody hell. Can't believe it.
Less stress.
The exact same thing happened with Lopez last year, though. It's identical. So.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, Pedro Costa, what did he get? 8th or something like that?
Yeah,
so
couldn't hack it all weekend,
doesn't
really.
like that track.
Yeah, he's probably a bit of a bogey track.
Standard win the championship and then doesn't care about the other 2 races.
Nah, he'll come out and dominate next weekend.
In Valencia, home
track. We'll see.
That'll be a good race. I reckon that'll be a good race. It was a good
Moto2 race.
It's
always great racing at the go-kart track.
It is a go-kart track, legit. Go-kart track.
It was a good race. Canet just can't hack it at the front, but
no,
he just crumbles, man.
In between the ears, mate.
There or thereabouts, yeah.
And our boy Manny Gonzalez.
Dude, what a race.
Yeah.
Pace all week.
Yeah. Again, cut through the field. He was 5th, 6th, something like that.
Yep.
And did really well. Got
he's
seconds.
He's going to be really good next year.
And fought for the line. Fought to the line. Just won by a fucking bee's dick.
0.2 or something. It was nuts.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Oyagura was 4th, was he, Daniel?
Yep.
because he was just fourth as well. I think he just lost out to Canet.
Yeah, look at that.
No,
look at this.
Oh, yeah, 2 seconds difference.
But the gap there, Argura and Dixon was close.
Oh, at least he got
0.09 seconds. Sorry, between Gonzalez and Canet.
And at least Argura and Dixon. Oh yeah, so it was a close one. At least Argura got a close win somewhere. It was for fourth, but you know, it is what it is. Standard.
But yeah, nothing really major went on in the race except Roberts almost launched himself.
Yeah.
Moto 2 has improved though in the last couple of years. Like I remember the
early years was boring
tough, man. Like and you looked, it was seriously they just used to go around. There wasn't much passing.
No.
Big gaps.
Huge gaps.
There's always going to be big gaps in that category though. Like
why though?
Doesn't make sense. They're all got the same engine. They've pretty much all got the same chassis except there's 3 different chassis in the field.
Boscoscuro, Kalex,
and Empanati.
Says down there.
Lempanati.
Forward racing. That's it. That's an ugly bike as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone knows, do they?
I think it's one of those things you probably push it in different ways.
Yeah, different style of bike to ride.
Different style. I don't know if there's a weight like limits.
Probably there would be.
Like as such, you know, varying riding styles and stuff because you can ride them in different ways. In Moto 3, you can only ride the bike sort of that one way.
And you got more experienced guys in there, I guess, and you got your Moto 3 guys moving up, so they're not gonna be as experienced, be as fast.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a weird one.
But good category,
yeah, it is a good category, and the racing has been better.
Yeah, it's enjoyable to watch. Where 5 years ago, it was a skip. I don't,
poo.
Yeah.
I reckon it started getting pretty good when Miguel Oliveira and Binder were up there.
Yeah.
I think that's when the racing was getting better. Maybe like 19,
17, 18,
18
started coming really good. There was some close title battles.
I think I started probably getting into it when Fernandez and Remy Gardner had their battle because that was obviously he had a close interest being the Aussie. 2021.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Even the year before was a really good year.
Yeah.
That was a really solid year as well.
Good point.
But yeah. Good
Moto 3.
Moto 3.
Now dissect this for me, boys, because
bit of controversy around this one.
Oh, massive controversy.
And I don't know. I don't know. So what do we got for the results?
So Masia first, Alonso second, Onchu third, Ricardo Rossi fourth, Perez fifth.
Checo Perez.
Yeah, doubled up.
Is it the Boo Motorsport team?
Boo. Sasaki sixth, Vitali seventh, Toba eighth, Holgado ninth, Colin Via 10th.
And congratulations to Joan Masia.
Yeah,
Moto 3 world champion.
Good way to do it off the top step, eh?
Yep.
Only way, I reckon.
Gold helmet.
Looked sick.
Yep. Number 1.
Leopard with the blue.
Another Alpine Stars winner, champion.
They have taken...
It's going to take all 3.
It's taken all 3. Yeah. We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah. They
just got it all, man.
In all motorsports.
You guys are big fans. Alpine
Huge.
Star.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Great brand. Well, good brand to seem to be a part of as well.
If you're going to be a racer, that's the one I'll be with.
Yeah.
100%.
Get all the cool motocross stuff, all the cool road stuff, cool gear.
So what do you guys think of Masia? Too aggressive?
So he was...
Poor little Sasaki.
So, little fella couldn't hack it. So he was too aggressive on the same corner twice. Turn 6 to Sasaki.
Yeah.
Really pushed him out wide.
You could see he was jumping on the brakes real late.
Oh, yeah.
He was never making it.
And credit where credit's due to Sasaki, he was aggressive. About 15 rounds too late.
Is Sasaki staying at that team next year?
The Japanese never move up, mate. They die in Moto 3.
No, but like staying in that team though.
It's like chopsticks. They don't move the knives and forks.
They don't like change.
Nah. You have wooden doors or paper doors. They still choose the paper. It's like Homer Simpson. You know when he walks through it in The Simpsons.
Oh shit! Sorry for listeners. When the microphone would have just deafened them, I think. When I laughed.
But the big thing that everyone was talking about was obviously Masia. I get it. Honestly, I would do the same. I'd be pushing people out wide I'd be pushing my closest rival out wide within the rules. Yeah, he got a warning, but he didn't get a penalty.
That's right.
I'll do that as well. Adrian Fernandez was ultimate wingman. You want him at the bar with you because he was really going hard against Sasaki. And he put up a post on Instagram, had to turn his comments off. He was getting that much hate.
Oh, really? From the Japanese? Surely not. They're beautiful people.
I don't. Do they even have social media over there? So he
Sense it.
Tommy's lost it.
And he's so
Sense it. Pixelated. The pixelated.
Oh no, Tom.
That's why they use the octopus tentacles.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so funny. Pixelated censored. I didn't know what he was talking about. I was just laughing because he was laughing.
We'll discuss this later. Sorry, guys.
Oh, fuck, that's so funny. So, regain yourself. Adrian Fernandez had to turn off his comments because he's getting that much hate. And he's basically, everyone's hating Juan Masia now as well because his teammate was throwing it up the inside.
Oh, mate, that's racing. That's what your teammate's for.
Yeah, Bad MotoGP memes even cracked it at him.
Really?
Simon Crafer liked it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think being a teammate, being overly aggressive is probably not that fair. But I think if Massia's, I think Massia hasn't got a problem. But like you look at Perez on Hamilton in 2021.
I was just about to say
Abu Dhabi. I mean, like, well, we cheered for that. I mean, it was so good because everyone was just so sick of seeing Hamilton win every year. So
yeah, it's racing. I'd have to look at the moves again, to be honest.
But Sasaki doesn't. Again, it goes back. Doesn't deserve the championship. He hasn't been the outstanding one.
No, Massia's been.
Massia has.
Yeah, Massia's been the man.
So he deserves the championship.
He does. And as I said, Sasaki needed to be more aggressive 15 fucking rounds ago.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel for him because it sucks, but he just got beat up, man.
He got bashed.
At the 3 laps to go, he was, I think he was leading or second, and then he just got swamped, and then Adrian Fernandez fucking sniffed him out and just.
Why did Fernandez finish so far back in the end?
Because he was trying to fight him.
Because that was a big pack, obviously, as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was real tight, actually.
Yeah. And then, he was just throwing everything at it, at Sasaki, just to put him off. He did. You know, is it the most ethical way to do it? Probably not. But to win a title, would I be doing the exact same thing? And would 99% of everyone else be doing the exact same thing?
100%.
Fucking oath.
They're not going to talk about, in 5 years' time, they're not going to talk about that race in...
Correct.
They're going to talk about a world champion.
Exactly right.
So, you always go... And it's the same as Didja going for that win in the main race. Like, are they going to talk about fucking how he spoiled the championship? No, you're going to talk about your first race win. And you may never get another chance.
That's right.
So
exactly.
You're always, once you're a Grand Prix winner, you're always a Grand Prix winner.
And in that team with Adrian Fernandez, he would be just about as loved as what they are with Masia right now for helping him win that title.
Yeah. Well, it's credit to him too because he's only a rookie.
Yeah.
For him to, he would have been given the word up to, help your teammates.
He fucking went hard.
But man, for a kid that's his first year in to go start throwing up moves like that, especially in the heat and the pack that it was. When it happened, it was busy. Like there was a lot of guys around when that was happening.
To scare Sasaki out of it, all you got to do is just go boo, and he'll fucking he'll whimper, and to throw the bike up the inside about 6 times into 5 different corners. You're gonna do well.
I'm scared.
Pixelated.
But look, credit to Sasaki. He did come back hard. He tried to bloody fight and bring it to next week.
He did, and he almost caught back up, and then just gave too much of a handful of throttle.
Almost ended up in the grandstand.
He did. They're non-existent grandstands. But that's Moto3. He's won the title. I don't have to live through my bet that I put last week that if it went down to Valencia, I was going to put $2,000 on that.
Yep.
Oh, true.
But yeah, he already got scared out of it. So
how many races does Sasaki win for the year?
None.
He got second.
There you go.
It's
fucking... No, don't deserve the World Championship.
No.
I picked Masia for the start of the year, actually.
I was looking at that today at work.
Yeah.
I think we both had him.
Yep.
Yeah. I think even Curtis did.
Curdy?
Onto jump start. Blatant jump start.
Yeah, it was almost a Lorenzo-esque.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Just too eager.
Yeah.
Too eager. Especially for him, he needs to get out in front.
Yeah, because he had a slim chance.
Copped a double long lap, but man, bring it back into second.
Well, that's where that
third, sorry.
That double long lap rule is so much better. Like drive-through penalty, he's gone. Finished. The race over.
So, fellas, did you see the Baja 1000s over the weekend? Massive race in Mexico.
Baja I did. I saw some news and I actually tried to do some research.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I thought James is going to be all over this for the pod. So you tell us, mate, because apparently it's an amazing story.
So there's 2 stories out of it. Toby Price raced in it. Got 7th in the trophy trucks.
Mad.
Is got to be one of the hardest races you can do. 1,000 miles. I think they ended up doing like 1,300 miles or roughly something like that.
Why do they do more than 1,000?
Well, because it's not like a track.
Yeah, right.
You got to find.
Also, as the crow flies, it's 1,000.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep.
Over 2 days, 2 nights. I think some can do it just over 24 hours for cars. Bikes, it's longer.
Yeah.
Like you see the sun rise twice, something like that. There's a really good movie on the Baja 1000. It's called Dust to Glory. I think you boys probably have both seen it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the story comes out, and I saw it came through all over my Facebook of Dutch Aussie kid, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Wouter Jan van Dijk, from Caboolture. He flew from Australia to San Diego, and then bought a bike off Craigslist, so like their Gumtree, rode it down to the Baja 1000 race. Then he got his tyres were bald, so then he had to find parts for it because it didn't pass scrutineering, and then race. And then he raced the Ironman. So the Baja 1000's a team event, but he just ran it. He did the Ironman event, so he was 2 days flat out riding non-stop by himself.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's only like 15 people that actually enter that.
The little snippet that I read was he got down there after riding to the event. And all the other riders don't do any riding 48 hours before because they're going to try to stay off the bike as much as they can. They can't. The kid he's ridden down from San Diego. It felt like the world's fastest Indian vibes.
Yeah, it is one of the most amazing things, and there'll be more that will come out of it. And this is as much as I know. We'll play this video here, and we'll this guy depicts it a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I had to make a post about this guy from Australia, kid really from Australia, that everybody is talking about that raced the Baja 1000. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm going to put it down in the text section. But this dude apparently rode the Ironman class in the Baja 1000. Looks like he finished 9th. Already a big deal onto itself, but it's even a bigger deal when we find out that this kid flew from Australia to the U.S., bought a bike. At first I thought he bought a new bike, but no, he bought a used bike in San Diego, and then he rode the bike all the way down to La Paz, Mexico to race the Baja 1000. Rode it there. Most guys that race the Baja 1000 wouldn't be on a bike in the days leading up because they know they're about to go 1,000 miles. Anyway, by the time he got there, he wore his tires out. He had to get new tires and other parts to pass tech inspection. And then he raced 1,300 grueling miles through the unforgiving Baja Desert with no pit crew or any support system whatsoever. Just the kindness and hospitality of others keeping him gas-fed and fixed along the way. The off-road community has been keeping an eye on this guy, and it was kind of like a we can't believe our eyes sort of thing. Here he is. Kind of looks like me in my exact fly gear and, skinnier version of me in my exact fly gear and my exact seedy boots, trying to get some food down between sessions. Here you can get a little bit of the idea of the distance traveled. Regardless, guys, this is nuts. I can't imagine doing this at all, much less flying to, some other continent and doing this. So props to this guy. Just absolutely amazing.
Wow,
so that's
crazy.
It. So it's probably one of the best stories to come out all year.
For our Spotify listeners, are we going to clip that in?
Yeah, they'll hear all that.
Hear all that? Cool.
Yeah, they'll hear all that.
Amazing.
It was, it's incredible. And I think his tyre was fucking cooked near the end of it, and they just zip tied it all together, his rear tyre. Toby Price special. So to do that, like, massive props to him. It's really caught on what he's done. So I just don't know how he's done it, man. He's raced Fink a bunch of times. He did the same thing with Romaniacs, which is one of the hardest races as well. So the kid's just a fucking...
So, yeah, there's
a weapon.
Bro, there's got to be, like, a loose screw. Like, you just go, let's do it. You know, he's gone out there by himself just for his own personal...
Rode down, like, no support crew, nothing, and then finishes it.
God, he must love his own company. Bloody hell.
We hardly survived Mount Disappointment, let alone fucking doing that.
Yeah, like even like a 1,300 mile just on the road would fucking kill me. You know, like in 2 days on like tarmac, I'd be gone. You know,
in the desert, in the sands,
stuff that
it makes it so hard.
They need to make a documentary out of that.
It is incredible. They need to make a documentary out of that,
or a movie, because there wouldn't be any footage of him. Documentary.
So it's incredible. So yeah, honestly, props to Wouter Jan van Dijk from Caboolture.
Good stuff, brother.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
We'll
have you on the pod one day.
Yeah, well, let's get him on.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear his story.
Yeah. Man, like it would be like with kids in a candy store.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that.
Can't the fucking Aussies.
Yeah, wholesome.
So yeah, that's it. And then Paris Supercross was on over the weekends. Jet won. Hunter Lawrence on his 450 debut got second, and Cooper Webb got third, and Aussies are fucking killing it. So
that's mad.
How good's that?
Even away from motorsports, they're killing it, eh?
Yeah, Aussies in the cricket.
Yeah, it's awesome.
World Cup.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's the best, man. So good. So yeah, how good?
Big weekend next week.
Yeah, I think tips, I suppose.
Yeah. What do we got? Valencia.
We're on tour this weekend.
We are on tour, so watch your space.
We are heading up to Queensland for a little trip. Yeah. So we'll have some content coming out the next couple of weeks.
Should be good.
Yeah, that's all right. Beautiful.
I'm gonna go Formula One tips. I'm gonna go exactly the same result as
Vegas.
Yeah, nice. Okay. MotoGP. Martin convincingly. Bez had a terrible weekend. We didn't even talk about Bez at all, did we?
No, there's no way about it. He's still injured, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
No excuse.
Anyway.
Martin, Marini, and Digia. And Bagnaia just hanging on for the points to win the championship.
Same as last year.
Martin, Marini, and Digia. Jesus, all right. And what, Pecco to win a title?
Yeah, Pecco just to trot around.
Okay.
Finish 5th and 6th in the sprint and the main race.
Yeah, that's probably a good shout, actually. Yeah. It's a good shout. For Formula One, Max, I'm gonna go Carlos Sainz, Charles, second and third.
Nice.
Yeah. For MotoGP, I'm gonna go. Valencia always throws up a weird result, to be honest. I'm gonna go Brad Binder for the win.
It's been a couple of years.
I'm gonna go Brad Binder for the win. I'm gonna go Marini second, and Pecco Bagnaia third. Pecco Bagnaia win the title. Martin slim hopes going into the last one and crashes.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably good. What's your what was your
Formula One?
Formula One.
Max, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc.
That's
Daniel.
a tough one. Formula One, Max by stretch. Charles and Oscar.
Okay.
GP. I think Pecco will sign off.
No way.
In a
win?
good way.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's a good call.
Pecco. Shit. Just trying to think of who's normally not bad at Valencia.
Ducatis were amazing last year from memory. I think they were like...
They were.
Yeah.
And the year before that.
They dominated.
Well, Thing won it last year, actually. Suzuki.
Rins.
Oh.
Pecco. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably go Marini.
Oh, we've all got Marini.
You know what? Pecco to Gia, and I'm going to put Maverick back there again.
Oh,
I won't say anything because he was close. Guitar, but he's
fucking... You're a bit scared?
Yeah, I did get scared. But he won't do anything, mate. He's fucking...
The full tank kills him.
Yeah, and his mindset.
I think Bastianini will have a good weekend as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he suffered a little bit this weekend. I mean, did well to pound in those laps.
He was terrible in the sprint. He finished last in the sprint. I'm not sure if he had an off or not. He
was involved in that.
He got caught up.
With that Espargaro thing.
And all three of us for Pecco for the title.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's just a formality now.
I think so.
But
all right, thanks, boys.
Beautiful. We'll see you after Queensland and after the last round.
Yeah, sounds good.
See you at the airport.
Done. See you.